Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga Teacher Training. This is our third day of Anatomy Physiology Immersion. I'm so grateful that you have been here for these 3 days. This is very exciting. You can move on to the next module unless you're complete. So you can be working towards your Yoga Teacher Training certification. So happy you're here. We are going to be doing some balancing postures today, and we're going to be down on the floor doing some floor postures. We're going to begin with our intention, so just taking a moment to sit on your mat, comfortable posture, and just sink into breath awareness, mindful breathing. Feeling those sits bones connected to the earth. Feeling that gratitude and acknowledgement for the earth supporting your physical body, your physical aspect of your being, so that you can have this physical experience that you chose into. Whether we feel that way or not. This incarnation has been our choice. Our soul has chosen to experience this life through the physical body we have chosen. We honor this body. We honor the earth, our home, for a little while here. And take this moment now to set an intention for yourself, setting that out into your heart, into the universe, and always making it positive. I have the job of my dreams. I'm in the relationship of my dreams and present moment. Not I will have the job of my dreams or I will have the perfect relationship, but I have my dream relationship right here, right now. Just state it. Give you a few minutes of silence for that. And bringing yourself back to this moment. We're going to gently open our eyes. And we're going to come to a standing posture. Let me do a couple standing postures. And I love tree. We have our tree here behind me. And we're going to start with our tree. So feet are about hip width apart. And I'm gonna mirror you. So let's bring all our weight and all our energy into our left standing leg. And I invite you to imagine that that left leg is a tree trunk. And there's roots going down into the earth from your feet, deep down, anchored into the earth. And then take the right leg and we're going to bring that all the way out. So we're in one line. And try not to have the knee too forward or back, just in alignment with that left standing leg. And you can take that right leg, the heel of that right leg can just rest against the left leg, or you can bring it up a little higher. Or higher, just not on the knee, so above the knee. I like to bring it all the way up. This seems to slip less. And it's just my favorite way of doing tree. And then finding that dristi, that point in front of you that's not moving. And bring your arms up You can be a giant deciduous tree, or you can be a coniferous tree, a pine, or a blue spruce, oak, a maple, and just become your tree and breathe. If you fall out, just come back in. And one more breath. Beautiful. And coming down, releasing the leg, releasing the arm. Beautiful job. And we're going to go over to the other side. So we're going to bring the energy and the weight of the body into the right standing leg. I'm going to take the left leg out. And remembering this right standing leg is a tree trunk. And the roots are going right out the bottoms of our feet into the earth, spreading out, going deep down into the earth and anchoring in, anchoring us and balancing us. And then this left leg, we're going to take the weight off of the left leg. We can just rest it like this, and where it's a little easier for us to balance, or we can bring it up a little bit or a little higher, avoiding the knee. My favorite is bringing it all the way up. It doesn't slip as much. Finding that drishti and bringing out your branches in any kind of tree you like, and breathe. And one more nice deep breath. And releasing down. You'll find that you balance a little better on one side or the other. This is my harder side because I have injured my hamstring back here. So this one I don't balance, as you've noticed as well. So everyone has a side that's a little bit better. So that's okay, that's normal, that's natural. We're going to go into our next balance. This is a real easy and fun one. I love it. It's called the crane. And so we're going to go into the feet, the balancing of the feet, and then we're going to bring the hands up like a crane. So we're going to bring all the weight into that left standing leg, rooting that into the earth. And then we're going to take the right leg and we're just going to lift that knee, come up so that the knee is about parallel to the floor. Oop. And if you go out, just come back in. And then let's bring the hands up into our crane. Find that drishti, the spot that's not moving, and breathe. One more breath. Oh, and release. Beautiful job. We're going to go over to the other side. So we're going to take all the weight and the energy and bring it in to this right standing leg. Rooting that in nice and deep and solid, finding your drishti. And we're going to first lift the left knee up so the thigh is about parallel to the floor. And bring the hands like a crane and breathe. One more breath and release it all. Good job. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And we are going to go into let's go into our eagle first before we do our couple more that I have for you, Dancer and Warrior 3. So we're going to go into eagle. So we're going to set this up. We're going to balance first on our right standing leg. And whatever leg you're on, the arms, that is the arm that's going to go on top because we're going to stack the arms. So the right arm is going to go on top as we do this. We're going to first have our backs of our hands and just flip them over so we have the palms of our hand together. All right, so first thing we're going to do is bring the energy and the weight of our body into this right standing leg. And then we're going to take the left leg. We're going to bend that right knee just a little bit to start. We're going to take the left leg and we're going to bring it over the right. And I have a hard time with this. Some people are much more flexible than me. And bring that left foot behind the right standing leg. And then the arms, we're going to swing them so that the right arm is over the left. Palms are together, and then we're going to bend that knee down and breathe. Pressing those palms together ever so gently. One more breath. And letting it all go, releasing it all. Good job. We're going to go over to the other side. Standing on the left leg. All the weight, all the energy is in this left standing leg. It's solid, grounded into the earth and firm. Bring that intention and focus in there first before we begin the posture. And then we're going to take that right leg and bring it over the left. Right foot behind the left. The arms come out. And now we're going to take the left arm on top. Beautiful. And then we're going to palms together, pressing in ever so gently, and let's bend down a little bit. And breathe. One more breath and release. Good job. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. All right. So let's go into our warrior 3 balance. This is a fun one. We're just going to have the feet together, hip distance apart. And it's just a bit of a lunge. And we can have our hands out to the front or out to the side. I enjoy having them out to the side, so we'll practice a little of both of them. We'll put them out to the front first, and then we'll bring them out to the side. So we're going to take them out to the side. We'll take them out to the front for a minute, and we're going to bring the right leg back behind you, and we are going to begin to lunge forward. And as you bring the right leg up, we're going to come forward. You can bring the hands together and breathe. Find that drishti. And then if you'd like to take them out to the side, you can do that too. And breathe. One more nice deep breath and releasing down. Beautiful job. We're going to go to the other side. And we're going to bring all that weight into the right standing leg before we start. And the left leg is behind us with very little weight in it. You bring those arms out and start to hinge forward as that left leg comes up. And find your drishti and breathe. And if you wanted to bring the arms to the side, you can do that. And coming back up. Good job. Great job. Beautiful job. We're going to do one last balancing posture. And then we're going to go down on the mat and we're going to roll around a little and have some fun on the mat with some yoga floor postures. So we're going to do a dancer is our last one. It's a little bit of an advanced posture, but I'll show you a couple different ways to do it. And it'll work for everybody. So, and you can remember with any posture, if you need some help, you can have a chair next to you. You can use a wall. Whenever you fall out of a posture, just gently and kindly bring yourself back. We're always in practice. We're always practicing. Practicing never ends, so we're never needing to be perfect. All right, so feet hip width apart. We're going to take all that weight and all that energy into that right standing leg. Find your drishti, that spot that's not moving. taking the weight off the left leg, and we're going to be bringing the hand, I'm going to be bringing the hand over here, but we're going to be bringing it so the palm is open, so that when we do lift that leg, we're going to be grabbing it from the inside of the foot, not on the outside. Now, if you can't do the inside, the outside's fine. Don't worry about that. So we're going to bring the weight over to the right standing leg. Very little weight on the left leg. I invite you to bring that right arm up, reaching up towards the sky. You're facing forward. And then we're going to take that hand and we're going to bring it back with the palm open. We're going to begin to hinge forward just a little bit, and we're going to lift that left leg, that left foot up so the hand can grab it. And bring that knee in a little towards inward so it's not reaching out, and then hinging forward. Beautiful. And then you can press that foot into the palm of the hand and balance and breathe. Now, if this is too much, you can be just in your standing posture and just pushing that the right arm up and the left thigh is pressing back a little bit, and you feel a nice stretch. Either way is a beautiful way to get into this posture. One more breath. And releasing down. Good job. Great job. I'm going to go to the other side. So we're going to take all our weight, all our energy into this left standing leg. Right leg, very little weight, very little energy. And then we're going to take that a step back. And then we're going to take the left arm up, reaching up towards the ceiling. The right arm is going to come out in the back, opened up, palm, and lifting the right foot up and grabbing it with the right hand from the inside of the foot. And then this might just be your posture right here. As you feel that hand, that thigh or the quadricep pressing back a little bit. Or you can hinge forward. I don't balance as good on this side. Using my wall a little bit to stabilize. Pressing, find your dristi, and pressing that foot back. And breathing. One more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Excellent. Beautiful. Nice series of balances. Balancing the right and left brain, balancing your nadis, balancing your overall energy, pranavayas in your whole body. And we're going to go down to the floor, and I love going down to the floor with yoga mudra. We are honoring the heart. So we're going to bring the hands behind us, clasping them behind us. And then we are going to hinge forward. Feet are hip width apart, and we're going to bring those arms up if you can. And a nice stretch in the shoulders and the scapula, and letting the head just relax and release, and a nice natural flow of breath. And take this moment to honor your heart. Beautiful job. And releasing, bringing the hands down and releasing them and bringing them all the way down to the mat. We're going to come down up on our knees. So you can come to the front of your mat, and we're going to be up on our knees. And we're going to go into a camel posture. This is a back bend and a chest opener. And the first thing we like to do with camel is tuck that tailbone under. So it opens up the vertebrae in the small of the back, this lumbar region here, the lumbar vertebrae. Don't want to crunch anything. And bringing your hands to this lower back area. We're going to go into a back bend. And into a nice back bend. Now this might be your posture. This is just perfect and fine, a beautiful back bend. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring those hands down to each heel into a full camel and breathe. And one more nice deep breath, and then coming up, bringing those hands to the smalls of the back, releasing everything, and we're going to move right into a nice, relaxing child's posture. So opening those knees up a little bit, coming all the way down, letting the belly rest in, bringing the head down to the mat. The hands can be reaching and resting out in front of you, or the hands can be alongside of you, whatever feels better for you right now. And take this moment to go inward and be with that inner being for a few moments and simply bask in that nectar that is you. And gently and kindly coming up. Let's bring those feet out in front of us. And we're going to go into a single-legged forward fold. So let's begin by extending that left leg out, and we're going to bring the right leg in. The right foot is resting on the inner thigh of the left leg. Make sure you're on your sits bones, rocking back and forth. And then we're going to find that hip joint right here, and just find that joint, go back and forth for a minute. And realize that that is the only thing that's moving in your body, the only joint. And then hinge forward. We're going to leave the spine still for right now. And you will get to a point where the backs of the legs say, that's enough. Now you could be way up here, and that's perfectly fine. People who have real muscular frames can't go down as far, so be glad you have all those muscles. So wherever you are in this posture is perfect. Coming down, finding that edge. We're never forcing, we're never ever in pain, just finding that nice, gentle, comfortable, feels so good edge. And then round the spine so the head's coming in towards the knee. And just relax into this nice, deep forward fold. You can massage your foot if you can reach it. And breathe. And see if you can hinge a little tiny deeper now that you've taken a couple breaths into this posture. Hinging a little at the hips, releasing the head and the spine. Seeing if you can come down closer to the knee. And breathe. And one last deep breath. And your next inhale coming all the way up. Beautiful job, beautiful job. We're going to switch legs. So you're going to take the right leg out, left leg is bent, and the left foot is resting on the right inner thigh. And we're going to again find that hip joint, just rocking back and forth for a minute on that hip joint. Keeping all the spine nice and still, hinging forward at the hip, and waiting till you get to that edge that feels so good. Stretch on the back of the legs, never forcing, never pushing, and Then allowing the spine to round and bringing the head in towards the knee. And massaging that foot. If that feels good, if you can reach it. Honoring where you're at and breathe. And see if you can hinge now a little deeper in your hips since you've taken a few breaths into that edge. And letting the head relax and release. Seeing, taking a few breaths in this slightly deeper posture. And coming up on your next inhale, all the way up, good job. And let's bring those feet together for bound angle or butterfly. And bring those feet together, rocking back and forth on those sits bones. And you can begin to flap those wings, those knees, nice and comfortably. Beautiful job. And then just let them rest to a nice open position. You're on your sits bones, and we're gonna begin to hinge forward. You can have I like to have my thumbs inside my feet as my hands are around them and my thumbs are inside the soles of my feet. And just begin to hinge forward in the hips until you feel that nice edge. You'll feel that on your beautiful, and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Enjoying the sensation, basking in the beautiful sensations. And on your next inhale, coming all the way up. So you're into a neutral position. And I invite you to balance back onto your sacrum here. So that we're balancing on our sacrum, coming to neutral. We can grab those toes. And we're going to lift the heels off the mat. And we're going to open up the legs into a nice little balance. And breathe. And find that drishti. One more nice deep breath. And on the exhale, releasing the legs, releasing the toe. Beautiful job. And we're going to stay balanced on our sacrum. And you can come down gently on your heels, and we're going to go into a boat posture. This is another balance. So we're going to balance on that sacrum, lift those heels off the floor, and you can straighten those legs as much as you can. Arms are alongside the body, and breathe. One more breath. And on the exhale, releasing down. Good job. Beautiful job. We're going to scoot to the front of the mat. And we're going to do a few spinal rocks. So you can bring the hands behind the knees, making sure you have a nice mat underneath you, enough padding for your spine. And just rocking back. Stimulating those kidneys. Stimulating all the muscles in the back. And then coming down, knees up, feet on the mat, arms alongside your body. Beautiful job. And we're going to go into our bridge posture. And I hope the camera can see me. Yes, I think you can see me. And this is another back bend and heart opener. And we are going to begin to warm up the back with a two-legged table. So I invite you to push into the feet and lift those hips halfway. So you're in two-legged table. Just feel the weight coming off. And taking a nice deep breath here. And as we go down, we're going to go from the upper thoracic vertebrae all the way down to the lower thoracic, and then down to our lumbar, and rest, and feel that tailbone rest. Give it a moment to just relax and set into place. Beautiful job, like a string of pearls, one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. We're going to do that one again, two-legged table, pushing into the feet, lifting the hips up to your two-legged table. Arms are just resting alongside of you, keeping your balance. Knees aren't flopping open, they're coming together like there's a block between your knees. And breathing, nice deep breath into this two-legged table. And on the next exhale, we're going to be coming down one vertebrae at a time from those upper thoracic vertebrae all the way down to the mid-thoracic and the lower thoracic, one vertebrae at a time, finally to those lumbar spine, the lower back. Beautiful job. We're going to go one more time. We're going to go into our faux bridge, our full back bend. Pushing into the feet, lifting up the hips and going into a nice back bend, bringing the arms underneath you and the shoulders underneath you, clasping those hands underneath you, and getting in your beautiful heart-opening arch, and breathe. And one more nice deep breath. And on the exhale, you can release the hands, release the shoulders, and coming down one vertebrae at a time from the thoracic all the way down to the lumbar. Beautiful job. And bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, rocking back and forth. Beautiful job. And one of my favorite postures, this is the perfect time to go into it, is happy baby. So you can grab those toes or grab the whole foot, whatever feels better, and just roll around, kicking your feet. Can't do this one wrong. Just being the happy baby. Doing what feels good. That's what babies do. Just enjoy moving in their bodies, enjoy the movement, the stretches, enjoying the spontaneous movements, feeling like a kid again, and coming back to neutral. Beautiful job. And we're going to go into a nice inversion for the legs. So I invite you to just lift those legs up. You can have those feet either pointed, or you can just have them resting and relaxing. I like to just relax the feet. So we're creating a little inversion so the veins in the legs have a little break, and they're not having to work to get that blood up the legs into the heart. So we're just giving them a little vacation, mini vacation. And if you'd like to go into supported half shoulder stand, you can lift those hips up. Grab the hips by your hands, and the feet are right above the head, and breathe. And if you'd like to hinge over, if plow's in your practice, you can hinge those feet over. They may touch the floor, they may not. Either way is okay. And breathe. And bringing those knees in towards the ears, rolling up like a ball, and gently and kindly rolling down so that you're flat on your back. Beautiful job. We're going to go into fish now. So I invite you to bring those legs straight out and take that right hand and put it just about halfway under the right butt cheek and the left hand halfway under the left butt cheek. Feel your forearms on the mat and your elbows a little bit, and pushing into your forearms and elbow, lifting the head and the heart and the chest, and then gently bringing the crown of the head, the very top of the head, to the mat. Heart is way open, and breathe. One more nice deep breath. And then on your exhale, releasing the head, releasing the arms. Beautiful job. Let's bring those knees into the chest again for a nice little counter posture for that back bend. Rolling back and forth a little just to release and relax that lower back. And we are going to go into our final posture, which is a nice twist. So let's bring the legs down again to straight out. And I invite you to take that left leg and just bring the foot to the mat when the knee is up. And then turning over to your right side just about an inch. Almost like you're going to go on your right side, but not quite. And then bringing that left knee over to the right hand. We'll hold on to the left knee and bring that down. Beautiful job. And then the left arm is going to reach out like a T. I'm going to turn the head so it's gazing out over the left fingertips. So I get that twist in the cervical, upper spine, thoracic, and the lumbar. And breathe. We're also squeezing toxins out of the organs, bringing energy, fresh blood to those organs. Sink into this nice deep twist. And one more breath. And on the exhale, releasing the knee. Coming back to center, we're going to switch legs. So the right foot will come up on the mat, and the right knee is up, and the left leg is straight out. And we're going to come up about an inch onto that left side. And we're going to take the right leg over to the left hand, and rest on that right knee to help bring it over. And then the right arm outside like a T, straight out perpendicular as you twist the head to gaze out over those right fingertips. And breathe. And sink into this nice deep twist. One more nice deep breath. And on the exhale, releasing the knee, release the hands, and take this moment now to do any little movements you need. We're going to go into some releases, but if there's anything you feel you missed and your body really needed or wanted, and if it's not a posture, just rolling around a little bit. Feel into your body. This is your time to free flow a little bit. Beautiful job. We're going to move into our releases now. As we prepare for Savasana, we're going to move into some really nice and slow, easy releases. And I like to gently go into cat-cow as we lay on our back with our knees up and our feet on the mat. And we're going to gently press the small of the back into the mat, tucking the tailbone under into your cow. And as you exhale, moving into cat, lifting those lumbar spine off the back, the small of the back, and sticking the tailbone out. Might even feel a space between the mat and your back, the lumbar spine. And that's cat, and we're going to go back into cow now as we press the small of the back into the mat, tucking the tailbone under, and going into your cat as you arch the back off the mat, tailbone sticking out, just moving back and forth at your own pace in cat, cow, flexion and extension of the spine. Lower lumbar spine, and breathe. Bring your awareness to the inner sensations. And coming back to a neutral position, we're going to go into what I call Hula. So we're going to take this wonderful ISIS right here, these 2 points of the pelvis, and we're going to keep our back flat on the mat. We're not lifting our back up off the mat at all. We're just swiveling the hips. So this right hip is going to come up towards my armpit. And as you exhale, that right hip's going to come down, and the left hip's going to come up towards the left armpit. The sacrum and the back are flat on the back. They don't lift up off the mat at all. So we're just swiveling the hips. The right hip comes up to the right, towards the right armpit, and the left hip comes up towards the left armpit. And just swiveling these hips into hula, just swiveling them at your own pace. It's your best rhythm. Keeping the breath flowing. So we're going to be coming back to a neutral position. And I invite you to wiggle around and enjoy a posture that we might not have done, or maybe we did and you just want to do a little more of, and just see what your body needs. Wiggling around the floor. Just listening to the intelligence of your body as you finish up. Any little stretch or movement you may need before we enter into our Savasana. And beginning to finish up and get yourself ready for Savasana. If you need to put socks on or You like a blanket or a little pillow under your head. We're going to be resting on our back, extending both legs out so you're nice and relaxed. And let the body sink into the floor, into the earth. Let the earth receive your body. Feeling the entire body being pulled towards the earth, sinking in even deeper, releasing all holding and tension in the body. Just let it all go into the earth. Let the earth absorb all tension. Feeling your muscles relax and release and let go. Feeling the bones relax. The heart and the circulatory system relax. The skin, organ of the skin, releasing and relaxing, letting go. The lungs, the respiratory system, deeply relaxed. The digestive system, the stomach, the intestines, the entire digestive system releasing, letting go and relaxing. Feeling your body become heavier. Letting go, trusting the earth to hold you, receive you. You can let your body go into the earth. Imagine the brain relaxing, letting go. Spinal column, back of the neck, back of the upper back, and the lumbars, the sacrum, tailbone, all letting go and relaxing. And we will enter into a few moments of silence. Gently and kindly beginning to come back to the room, to your body, to this space and time. You might begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, help you come back into the body. Stretching out the arms and legs. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side, either side. Watching and noticing all the shifts in the energies and the fluids, the organs in your body. And then when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. Well, take this moment, close your eyes, and bring yourself back to that intention that you set. Beginning of the practice. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you that is love, peace, light, and truth. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for ecstatic yoga asana practice. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.